Hi, and welcome back to uncoverfraud.com. My name is David Malamed, and I'm a forensic accountant and fraud investigation expert. One of the things that I get asked a lot about is about investigations and how to investigate something. First, I should probably tell you how I got into investigations, and then I'm going to give you kind of the rules and the techniques that I use to actually investigate an allegation. For me, I got into fraud and forensics because, number one, I like numbers, I like accounting, and I'm always interested to know more. I always have lots of questions. If you're the type of person that has lots of questions like me, where you hammer a person until you know more and more and more about whatever it is that they're talking about, maybe that you've got that investigative mindset that we discuss quite a bit. And the idea of the investigation is that there must be some allegations that you are going to start looking into. I do get clients coming to me and saying, look, Dave, I know that we've got fraud within our organization, but we don't really know where the fraud is. We just need you to poke around and have a look and tell us what's going wrong. You know, a fraud risk assessment lets you know the vulnerabilities and the areas of weakness, but it doesn't necessarily pinpoint where fraud may be occurring in your organization. The big problem with sending me on a fishing expedition is forensic accounting and fraud investigation work is expensive and timely, meaning that I could go in and do a lot of analysis in all different areas of the organization, and I can come back letting you know that I didn't find anything. What that means is that it doesn't mean that there isn't any fraud at all within your organization. It does mean that from the procedures that I did, from the observations and the evidence that I've collected, I haven't identified any fraud. You know, I just worked on a file recently where the question was there a calculation performed appropriately and according to the contract? It wasn't so much that there were allegations of fraud, but there was a concern that potentially the detail wasn't spent enough time, or enough time wasn't spent on the detail to determine whether that calculation was done correctly. So what I was brought in to do was to look at focused detail of a calculation and to determine if the cumulative amount resulted in additional amounts of money owing. What I found from doing the investigation was that it really was a surface investigation. So I really had to let my client know that we would do a phased approach. We would first go in and do ABC, and then I would come back and I would report to them. And then if we found something, only then would we do a deeper dive. I really believe that if you are considering a forensic accounting investigation or a fraud investigation, that it occurs in a phased approach. A phased approach lets you, number one, control your budget, and number two, control to a degree what procedures and what tactics you're going to take while going into looking into matters. Again, my name is David Malamed. I'm a forensic accountant and fraud investigation expert. To find out more about me and the services we offer, please visit uncoverfraud.com. I look forward to seeing you again. Thanks for tuning in. God bless.